Gabbi Ewing, and welcome to the Patriots Preview. After this short break, we'll be introducing you to hopefully the next new components of the Wayne Hills Patriots team.
Saying we're hungry is an understatement. Putting it at that doesn't really put into terms. Like, we're so dedicated, there's nothing else we want more than to win a state championship again. This, at least last year, was a heartbreaker. I mean, when you make it all the way there, you just want to end the season on a high note, and we didn't do that last year. All we want is go back there and end with a win this time. Win. Just flat out win every game. Don't even think teams are in it. Don't let them think they compete with us that they can't. And just win every single game. Without a doubt. 100% we will win every game, win it all. It's going to take just a great team effort. Not one person's going to win every game. You need everyone to step up, make big plays, and when that happens, and things go according to plan, we win every game. You've never seen what we could do. You haven't seen our motivation, our dedication, how bad we really want it, how hungry we are for winning every single game. We just can't slip up like last year. There's no slip-ups, no losing one game during the season. You build up your momentum every single game throughout the entire season. When you get to that last game, the final time, you just leave it all out on the field. Absolutely everybody. It goes on the seniors to lead the team, be responsible, good role models, but then it comes down to juniors, sophomores, anyone who could step up and make a big play, do whatever they possibly can to help the team win. Everyone needs to step up.
Welcome back to the Patriot Preview. I'm here with Eugene Lowe. So Eugene, last year ended on a rather disappointing note. What is your motivation for this coming up season?
Our motivation is to get right back to where we left off last season, back to the state championship game, but we want to end up with a little bit different result this time. We want to end up with a win and finish our senior year off right.
That's a great motivation. Keep yourself going with the team. What do you think going into this new 2010 season is your strength?
Well, I mean, through the summer, we really, 7-on-7 after 7-on-7, we saw we could compete with anyone in the state, really, with skill positions. So right there, we know that we have a good enough core of skilled players to really compete with anybody. We just got to wait to see what our line does, but, they're getting better and better every day.
Cool. It seems that you lost a key component, Mike Quinn, the quarterback, this year. He graduated. What is your opinion on the new quarterback, Kevin Olson?
I mean, Kevin has more potential than I've ever seen anyone through Wayne Hills ever have. He's grows an inch every day, it feels like. And his arm's getting stronger. He makes every read, knows what he's doing. I mean, he's been around the offense since he could even hold a football. So, I mean, we're putting a lot of pressure on him, but we think he could definitely come through with what we're asking for.
Thanks, Eugene. Now I'm joined by Russ Pekarsky. So, Russ, what do you think are your motivations for this new 2010 season?
The fact that we lost a couple games last year, one being the state game, we definitely are really motivated to win and get ourselves a ring as seniors because it's really all that matters in the end.
So, going into this new 2010 season with this newfound motivation from the losses, what do you think the team's strengths are?
I think our strengths are our defense, and definitely we have a lot of returning skill players. Brian's a big one. Hogan, we have a lot of players that are returning that you can't replace experience. So I think we have a lot of experience on this field.
Hey Brian, thanks for joining us. So for this new 2010 season, what do you think the team's motivations are, and what are your personal motivations?
I think as a team, our motivation is Game 12. I mean, we didn't finish last year, so I think all of us want to focus on finishing, not just playing out the season, but finishing and walking out of here with a state championship.
So with this newfound motivation of finishing, what do you think are the team's strengths to accomplish this goal?
I think the strength to our team would probably be the seniors, starting with our skill positions and moving on to our offensive and defensive line. We could pretty much play with anybody in the state when it comes to 7-on-7, but it takes 11 players during a game. So as long as we can get our young linemen shaped up like we think we can, we should be all right.
What do you think are, the new team's motivation for the 2010 season?
Definitely the losses last year definitely made us cringe a little bit for this year, but I think the fact that this is the seniors' last chance to show what we got is going to be pretty determining.
Okay, so now that you're motivated with the losses from last year, hoping to do a new season, get better, what do you think are the team's strengths to realistically achieve this goal?
We definitely have a lot of returning players that are going to be very helpful, and a lot of the new guys definitely have a lot of heart, so I think together as a package will be very good.
James, how do you think the the last season is going to really affect and motivate you for this year's new 2010 season?
Definitely our 2 losses to St. Joe's and Ramapo last year, and the fact that it's for all the seniors, it's going to be our last season for all of us. So it'll definitely motivate us a lot more.
So with this motivation found, what do you think the team's strengths are to, achieve this motivation, achieve a new win?
A lot of our skill players are coming back, a lot of returning starters in the skill positions. And once we get our line up in shape, I think we're going to be a very, very good team, a very strong team.
Don't go anywhere. The Patriot Preview will be right back.
Russell Pekarski, number 7, fullback.
Brian Dowling, number 9, running back.
Kevin Olson, number 19, quarterback.
Jason Avdisian, number 75, offensive tackle.
Joe Lane, number 64, offensive tackle.
Roberto Alvarez, number 72, offensive guard.
Troy Zafino, number 20, wide receiver.
Andrew Monahan, number 1, wide receiver.
Justin Avdisian, number 70, guard.
Dom Santoro, number 23, running back. Mike Garino, number 25, wide receiver.
Michael Dries, number 28, receiver. James Hogan, number 3, wide receiver.
Eugene Lowe, number 5, wide receiver.
Nick Massey, number 2, fullback.
Tom Kidd, number 10, tailback.
Ricky Clee, number 58, center.
Anthony Jordan, number 15, kicker.
Jimmy Kenny, number 32, tight end. Peter Davies, number 40, tight end.
Eric Roscoe, number 22, wide receiver.
Nick DeCicco, 44, fullback.
Casey Cardux, number 79, tackle.
Jake Shunke, number 76, offensive tackle.
Matt Benzenhofer, number 73, offensive tackle.
Sam Schultz, 52, guard.
Phil DiMichele, number 78, offensive tackle.
John Hahn, number 56, offensive tackle.
Matt Greenfield, number 17, tight end.
Steve Ifkov, number 69, offensive center.
Welcome back to the Patriots Preview. I'm joined here by Sam Schultz, Peter Davies, and Jake Shunke. So Sam, with this new rookie quarterback, Kevin Olson, what do you think how is he progressing, and what do you think he really needs to do to bring Patriots back to the top?
Well, as a sophomore quarterback, we can't really expect him to lead us down the field. Well, that's what we were expecting at first. We thought we had to run the ball a lot, not really pass the ball as much. But throughout practice, he's showing that he does have the ability to throw the ball, and we can count on him to win games. So, yeah.
Now, to talk a little bit about the defense, Peter, what do you think the defense is strong with? What do you think they need to improve with?
Our defense as itself is strong as it is. But for improvements, there's always room for improvements. There's always room for corrections. But as of right now, our defense is looking very strong, very tight, and we're doing very well this year. I think we're going to be a great team.
Do you have anything in comment on, Jake? Anything that the defense could improve on? The special strengths of the Patriots defense that'll make them, a little bit better than everyone else?
Nope. How much we hard work in the off season, in the weight room, and all that. It helps on the defense and offensive side of the ball.
All right, now we'll throw it a break. Let's take a look at what possibly could be the next defensive lineup for the 2010 season.
Russell Pekarski, number 7, outside linebacker.
Brian Dowling, number 9, defensive back.
Jason Avdisian, number 75, defensive tackle.
Joe Lane, number 64, defensive end.
Roberto Alvarez, number 72, defensive end.
Troy Zafino, number 20, D-back.
Andrew Monahan, number 1, defensive back.
Justin Avdisian, number 70, D-tackle.
Dom Santoro, number 23, outside linebacker. Mike Garino, number 25, safety.
Steve Ifkov, number 69, defensive tackle.
Michael Dries, number 28, D-back. James Hogan, number 3, safety.
Eugene Lowe, number 5, safety.
Nick Massey, number 2, inside linebacker.
Tom Kidd, number 10, safety.
Ricky Clee, number 58, linebacker. Jimmy Kenny, number 32, linebacker. Peter Davies, number 40, defensive end.
Eric Roscoe, number 22, safety.
Nick DeCicco, 44, middle linebacker.
Casey Cardux, number 79, the end.
Jake Shunke, 76, defensive tackle.
Matt Benzenhofer, number 73, defensive tackle.
Sam Schultz, 52, defensive tackle.
Phil DiMichele, number 78, defensive tackle.
John Hahn, number 56, defensive end. Matt Greenfield, number 17, defensive end.
Welcome back to the Patriots Preview. I'm joined by a whole bunch of Patriots offensive guys. So, Guys, what do you think the wide receivers, as a core need to do this year to, keep it stable and keep Kevin here, pretty stable in his job, make sure they, win?
It's mentality out there. We got a bunch of talented guys who have a lot of skills and can do a lot of good things. It's just about staying in sync with the rest of the offense and making sure Kevin's comfortable in the pocket and making sure we get all our blocks, and we'll be a pretty good team.
So, Dom, as a wide receiver, running back, what do you think what are your strengths and what do you think you need to do?
Definitely our running back and fullback. Nick's good at blocking. They're both returning. Brian, senior, Nick, senior. Brian runs hard. He's fast. He can cut, break tackles. And Nick's just got to block, and I think we'll be good.
So, Joe, talking more about the offensive line, what do you think your strengths are? What do you think you need to improve to protect Kevin? How do you think you're going to achieve this better 2010 year?
Well, I definitely think that we have to be more stable in the pocket with Kevin because he is a young quarterback and, he's young, so we have to protect him. He needs his time back there. He has to get used to what the varsity is all about, the big hits and everything. So he has to get used to, those mind games, So I think we have to hold our blocks and just let him do his thing.
And Kevin, as the new sophomore quarterback, what are you feeling right now? There has to be butterflies, what's running through your mind?
When I first came in during the summer, I was a little bit nervous. As time went on, I've gotten a little less nervous and more comfortable, standing in the pocket, staying in, not always trying to run out of the pocket, trusting my guys up front to make sure they're going to block, and I think everything will be all right.
All right. Well, that's the Patriot preview. We'll see you right after this.
I'm incredibly hungry. I'm ready to get back on the field. Better knee after surgery. I'm ready to win it all. We're going to have some people step it up big, some of the younger classmen, but our seniors this year have to go all out because we're too good not to win this year. We need to come out, hard weightlifting, hard speed training, just to exterminate everyone. Our captains and our seniors most definitely need to step it up.
Welcome back to the Patriots preview. I'm joined here by Coach Goldstein. So, Coach Goldstein, what do you think, coming off the tough year last year with the tough losses, what are your personal expectations for this team this year?
Well, it's funny you say tough year. Most teams in the state would kill to go 10-2, but as you know, at Wayne Hills, 10-2 is really not what we strive for. We strive for 12-0, and expectations every year are to, go 12-0. At least make the state championship and compete for a state title. That's how we roll here, and that's what we expect out of our guys.
So, to achieve that perfect 12-0, what do you think are the team's strengths, and what do you think they need to improve on a little bit to achieve that?
Well, we're working real hard, as we always do. Our strengths are probably, our skill guys, receivers, running backs, quarterback, our skill guys. Our offensive line is not a weakness, but it's new. It's 5 new players who, if they can do what we think they're capable of, will be in real good shape.
Speaking of new, Kevin Olson, the rookie quarterback, sophomore, what are your thoughts on him? How is he progressing? Do you think maybe he'll crack under the pressure a little bit, or do you think he'll really succeed?
Well, for most sophomores, that jump from freshman level to varsity level is a huge jump. But now you're talking about a coach's son who's been groomed for that position since he's been 4. So he's real, sure of himself back there at quarterback. This is not going to be a pressure situation for Kevin. Plus, we have enough players around him where he will have every opportunity to succeed because of the players we're going to put around him. But we expect Kevin to have a great year. He had a real solid year last year. He knows the position. He knows what's expected of him. We think he's going to have a great year.
Well, let's hope that this is going to be a great year for the 2010-2011 Patriots. And thank you for joining us at the Patriot Preview. I'm Gabbi Ewing. See you on September 11th.